Hey guys, Careless here, and let's talk about I don't know what going on episode. So, episode 85, the universes begin to make their moves, their individual motives. Now, I feel like that title's a bit of a lie. Not really individual motives, whilst we do get a grasp of what everyone's kind of on board about and what they're doing. Everyone's kind of on the same page. They all just want to not do the Tournament of Power. They're all literally wetting their pants at the concept of being erased from existence, which you can kind of get. You know. But ultimately, nothing comes of it. Like, throughout the entire episode, nothing comes of it. It's just that all the way through. So, starts off with the Universe 11's Supreme Kai, surrounded by what looks like tellies from the Jetsons. So, that's a weird aesthetic, but kind of cool. And he pulls up, because apparently the Universe 11 has, like, multiversal Skype? And he tries to convince them that maybe they should all have jump in together and speak to Zeno and be like, please, Zeno, do not erase us from existence. And it doesn't go down well. You start having one universe arguing with another one. They all kind of don't like each other. However, they all kind of fear/respect the Supreme Kai of Universe 11, which is an interesting thing. It does show that he is clearly quite strong, or that they have respect for his universe. So ultimately it falls apart, nothing happens, and we have a little inner monologue from the Supreme Kai of Universe 11. Basically says, I guess I'm going to have to win. Our universe is the most powerful, and then you get some foreshadowing of some of the heroes that we will see. After that, it cuts to Goku and Gohan, and they're flying past Satan City. It must be Satan City. I'm sure somebody will correct me. And they see an explosion. So they fly off to go and see what the explosion is. Because, you know, Goku here seems to have almost no urgency about him. Which is just Goku. And when they get there, they realize that Hercule is training Majin Buu, or they're training of some kind. Maybe not Hercule, but you get the point. And we get our final proper scene of Buff Buu, Buff Super Mr. Buu, whatever combination of those words you want to throw together to give him his title. And I'm not gonna lie, he looks pretty damn cool. Like, probably one of the cool parts of this episode. Besides that, and a line that we get towards the end of the episode, not really much else happens here. So Goku does end up fighting the new and improved Buu, and it goes about as well as you'd expect. So we don't really see anyone go all out. It's more of a opportunity for us, the viewer, just to see that Buu is more than just a child, that he actually has some skill. Now, Goku goes as far as to say he's a genius. I feel like that's stretching it a little bit. But what do I know? Yeah, wasn't sure where to go with that. Goku does lose the fight, and he does get out of bounds, which I guess because they don't want to hurt him, like story-wise, so close to the tournament. Whatevs. Meanwhile, as this is going on, you've got the Gods of Destruction also talking to each other, because apparently they also have multiversal Skype as well. I mean, they're using Vardos's staff, so I guess that's been mentioned before. I just feel like multiversal Skype is like something everyone's got. I want multiversal Skype. It would just be cool. But they have a little chat. It is mentioned that that Beerus isn't in on the call, but they're really trying to blame him. And Vados comes out and states it. Goku is not a bad guy. He's the only reason one universe is going to survive. You should all be grateful for him. So, all the evil Goku conversation that we were having maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago has been brushed straight to one side. It's not a thing. We aren't getting it. I'm sad because it would have been really cool to see Goku portrayed as the villain, even though technically he's not. It would have been interesting, but no, it looks like that's been put to one side and we're definitely not getting that. Now, what's interesting is it seems like not all the gods are actually against him. So you've got the pink god, the like weird elephant guy, and a few others, but you know the really hot like Egyptian one? And yes, I said hot, judge me all you like, I don't care. Yeah. She seems to think he's quite beautiful, so maybe some of the gods will have his back. It'll be interesting to see how that develops over the tournament. But that's a topic for another day. And then it flips back to the end of the tournament and the end of the fight with Goku and and Majin Buu, and he references that maybe Dende can help them. So they fly off towards the lookout. Whilst the whole episode has been going on, it's been one thing I didn't mention. It's been jumping back to Universe 11 a lot, and we got to see Toppo and him really struggling with the idea that the entire of his universe is heavily on his shoulders, which I don't know. I mean, it feels right for the character, but it feels out of place. I'm guessing this is the emotional weight we were kind of expecting to get from the likes of Goku. But of course, Goku being who he is, we're not going to get it. And then we get to see some of the other Pride Troopers in action. Now, they've all got weird names. So you've got Speedo Sonic frigging like hair guy who looks like Beerus, but he's clearly a rabbit. And you've got the General, who looks like every generic, like, I don't know, sort of cyborgy general guy I've seen in like 1,000 different things. And normally Dragon Ball is amazing for like unique styles, but I feel like his was a bit I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe he'll be cool later, but for now I'm just like, don't care about this character. And of course we then get the aforementioned first scene of Jiren kind of meditating like some badass. Now, his one scene was cooler than pretty much all of the other Pride Troopers. I wasn't really that, I don't know, invested in this story, but that was kind of woven in and out of the episode. So maybe we'll get to see more of that, and maybe it'll get more interesting, especially when they start coming together. But at the moment, just felt a bit out of place for the episode. When they finally get to the lookout, Goku, as per his usual self, just runs straight over, has a chat with Dende, and is all super chill. Yeah? This is the best part of this whole episode, was having Popo freak out. Now, I don't know if it's the TFS in me, because I like the abridged, but I feel like I can't wait to see that scene abridged in if we ever get that far. I really want to see that scene abridged. But again, I know it's a bit of a random throw-in, but I really feel like that scene's going to get some love. And it was really funny, so I really enjoyed that. And then, of course, Dende's like, yeah, I know where Android 17 is. He's a park ranger, and he's doing his thing. Goku finds this interesting, and that's basically the whole episode. It really was quite short, like, in the sense of things that happened that were really worth discussing. Like, I felt like of all the episodes we had, this is the filleriest of filler. I'm hoping next week will be better, where we get a real in-depth look at what Android 17 has been up to and what he's doing. And the next week's episode, like, teaser trailer, does show that there's going to be a big part of the episode, so I'm hoping that's going to be the main focus. I'm really curious to see how much stronger he is. And there is one tiny scene at the end that shows Goku almost going Super Saiyan Blue. So maybe Android 17 is very, very strong now. I don't know if he's been keeping up with his training. Be interesting to see. Now, of course, I want to know what you thought about the episode, because I have to say, I felt like this was the filleriest of filler. So please let me know what you thought and leave them down in the comments below. And of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and until next time, peace.